Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream, which is just going to be a continuation of the stronghold I was in last time. And if I manage to explore the whole thing, we can take a look into Nullscape. I was actually going to get the developer of Nullscape on this stream, Starmute, but they were not available at this time, so we might try for next week if I end up spending the entire time in the stronghold like I did last stream. And also, I think there was a trial chamber generating near my spot, so I kind of want to check that out as well. Also, I'm joined by Dim4 again.
Hello
I don't
again.
have a new identifier for them. Let's see, Eternal Servant, Slave. What other ones can we? What would you
Um.
call yourself?
Uh. I don't know.
Personal assistant. Should we go with
Yeah.
that this time? All right, we're joined
Sure.
by
I'm your
Dim4,
personal assistant.
my personal assistant, my
Yeah.
undersecretary.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Your treasurer.
We're not quite there yet.
Okay.
I am my own treasurer. Okay, let's see if it'll start registering this. Come on, you can show the Minecraft. I'm clicking around in the menu. You can. Okay, I think it's showing up now. Is it showing up now?
On stream, yeah, it looks like it.
Cool. Looks like I've been greeted by a zombie, so I might just take out you while I can. Do spectral arrows do less damage than regular arrows? I realized I didn't actually know that. Oh
I'm not
well.
sure.
Oh, we can worry about that later. Also, I enchanted Death Strider on my boots before
Hey,
before starting the stream.
taking suggestions.
Yep. Yeah. I read back through the stream chat and watch the stream and take notes for my video. Um, yeah, it looks like there's a trial chamber here. Oh well, we might explore that a bit later. But let's prioritize the sewers. Well, not the sewers. They're more like aqueducts or catacombs.
Mhm.
Also, I realized I think I forgot to fully explore a spot of. No, I did that one. It feels like it's been so much longer than a week. I had like such a long week at uni. Um, so much stuff has happened. Okay, yeah, I think it was through here. I feel like there was a bit that I didn't manage to explore. Yeah, it was down here. Oh, was this just a dead end? No? Okay, I have explored here. That is good to know. Yeah, I must have just done it when I was distracted. Okay, cool. That is good to know. We can go back into the sewers. And I realized that I forgot to. I was like swimming quite low down, and I missed that room with the giant slime block. So I'm also going
Okay.
to take a look through that. Um, right.
Someone said that that Minecraft Live did not have an end update yet, so you're still good to go.
Yeah, got another
You're
6 months.
yeah.
We are safe for now. Right. I think it was it's through here. Um, Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, I would have been very surprised if they had announced an end update, given that it's like the half year stream, and I wouldn't expect them to like have too much. Okay, yeah, it was in here. Got the giant slime block. What else is in here?
Nothing.
Okay, well that's cool. Imagine if they put something inside the slime block, like a slime spawner or something. That would be funny.
Oh,
Oh, I
yeah.
love Death Strider so much. Oh man, this feels so good.
Nice.
Cool. Okay. There's my food. Probably take out the silverfish spawner too. Although it is quite funny to watch them squirm and swim. There we are. Take my
Not
torch. Okay, right. Let's just continue lighting this bit up, just so I can be sure that. I also like the block highlights with the granite and andesite.
Oh yeah.
Oh, glow squid and pot, 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 pot. Oh, Bodlo enchanting, very nice, and some amethyst. Oh, okay, this one's branching off quite a bit. Let's check around here first. Oh, another slime block room. This is actually a really nice spot for glow squids to spawn, especially when you're like, you might think that they're drowned because of the emissiveness.
Oh
You,
yeah. They do. I never realized that they do kind of look like drowned.
Yeah, at least like if you see them from far away, you might be forgiven for mistaking them. Do you walk faster in water with Depth Strider than you do on land? Now I feel like I'm slow. Oh, it's because I'm not sprinting. Yeah, I love this. I love this spot. It's a bit like a maze. Oh, I think that's just another spot where the trial chamber intersects.
Oh,
Whee! At the
we love.
anti-puddle.
There it is.
Cute. I think that's all that's in here. Yeah. Alright, let's try the other way now. Anyone down here? Oh, there's a drowned. Does he have a trident? No. There we are. Yeah, this feels a lot nicer to do with dips. Oh, wow, there's skulk. And a lot of drowned. Okay, well, I think I will come back to there.
Retro asked, did you get the end update early?
No, I did not. Unless you think all the mods are the end update. But I'm not so much of a clickbaiter to say that, ooh, I got the end update early, and then like just show a bunch of mods. Although I was, Zoe, one of my friends, suggested I do a video called I tried out every end mod so that you don't have to.
Yeah.
Which is basically just a kind of extended version of my end update video with all the stuff that I didn't have time, but like didn't completely focus. Did I just give myself one torch? Oh my god. Forgot the 64. Yeah, so she suggested I do something like that. Because I have about 10,000 words at the moment, and I was looking through it. I'm like, I'm repeating myself a lot, or like giving a lot of extraneous detail for the purposes of talking about an end update. I didn't want to turn it into a review of every single end mod I could get my hands on. But if I turn that into another video, that would be quite nice, and it means I might actually get 2 videos out in a year for once.
I think you really have played every single end mod. Like, seeing you go through this, like you've played so many end mods that I've never even heard of ever in my life.
Yeah, same. I mean, I might have heard of like about half of them in passing, but most of them are pretty much completely new to me, and it's really cool to see actually. Am I missing anywhere? Which way did I come up? I haven't been up here, I think. But yeah, there are just so many of them, and so many good ones too. Like they're really underrated. And I've still got a decent amount left as well. Got plenty to talk about too. I'm glad there are like a decent amount of mods that change vanilla structures now, because it seems like people didn't really want to tackle them very much. They just want to like make their own stuff, which I understand. You know, it's a lot easier to make your own stuff since you can just kind of put your entire vision into it. But it is nice that there are people who are very like interested in how vanilla does stuff and want and like see it as a challenge to try and stay true to that while adding their own flair. What does that go down to? I think that's another spot. Yeah. Because then I can compare and contrast the different stronghold designs. And figure out like the sort of commonalities.
Yeah, what makes a stronghold fun?
Yeah, and what are people's different impressions of like what the stronghold should be? Okay, which way did I come out? I'm actually lost. All right, torches on the left, torches on the right. Okay, I'm just gonna have to keep hunting around until I find the spot. And then there's vines in the air everywhere too, so it's a little bit tricky. No, already went down there. Have I seriously got myself lost?
I mean, yeah, I guess it's like very repeated.
Yeah, like I can't actually figure out where I came from. I'm just gonna have to hug the wall at this point, and just like go everywhere. Just even if I like know I've already been there before. Okay.
Okay.
Hug the left wall. Okay. Hug the left wall. Hug the left wall. Hug the left wall. There we are.
Hey,
Why
there
did I
we are.
have a torch on the right? There. Okay. Well, I made it anyway. Cool. I think that's all of that spot, so I can come back up here. Because Minecraft Dungeons also has a stronghold, but I've already seen that one. I think I've been down this way too. Yeah. And then I think Endless Encore did have one in prototypes. I don't think it was finished. Oh. Hold on. Oh, right, I just went around. Okay. That confused me for a moment. Yeah, so I've got a decent amount to talk about with strongholds. Why didn't I get that chest? Did I die here or something? I probably almost died here. Oh, yeah. That's where the creeper blew up. That's right.
Oh, right. Okay. That was the end of last stream. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Well, it's all coming together.
I keep forgetting whether I, like, died or just filled up my inventory so much and I needed to go back, but I guess this was the, it was the former.
The MCIACU is forming.
Oh.
Oh.
This is going to be awesome if I actually do get a trident by the end of this.
I find it unlikely, but you could.
I mean, I've encountered so many that I might, you know? Oh, there's another. Oh, wow, there's a creeper as well. Do you think the creepers are intended?
I think so.
I reckon. Because you're so distracted with, like, fighting the drowned.
Yeah.
That you, Ooh,
Forget about the creeper.
he's going to heaven! Okay. Yeah, I reckon they're 100% intended. That's so evil. I love how evil this place is. Oh, and this is another one. Where are you coming from? What?
They're behind you.
Are you? Oh, yeah, you are. Where did you come from? Oh my god. I should probably light up this spot first, just so I can actually see where evil things might be. Oh wow, this actually goes really high up. Okay.
Oh, by the way, Nova Botra is in the chat, by the way.
Oh, yo, Nova. Are the creepers intended?
Yes. She said that.
Knew it. I knew it. Oh man, this is awesome. I love all the different bits of level design. Like, I was gushing about this last stream, and I'm still gushing about it now. This has been such a fun experience. Oh, hello. These guys are definitely intended.
Yeah.
The creepers, like, mostly being in the water is a nice touch too, because it means that, like, it doesn't destroy too much of the map. So you can easily, like, have something evil like that, but it not, like, damage the structural integrity, I suppose.
Yeah. And also, it's all made out of like solid stone anyway.
True, but I did see it destroy a couple of the blocks there. Just not a great amount. But yeah, a lot of trident drowned as well. I like seeing this sort of stuff does give me a much better idea of how, like, what interesting mob interactions look like, because by themselves the main hostile mobs aren't that interesting. It's when you start to combine them where it becomes, you have to, like, keep track of more than one type at once, and it becomes a little bit trickier, and you have to be a bit smart about it, especially when it comes to drowns and creepers. So you're really using vanilla content to its fullest potential. This doesn't feel like it's worse for wear for being a data pack. Like there are so many data packs that just feel really jank, either because they use vanilla blocks where it would make more sense to have modded ones, or they add entities and they have to do it in a weird way with like armor stands or whatever they use nowadays. I know they're getting less and less jank as time goes on and more stuff gets supported, but like they'll never be able to do what mods do. But this doesn't feel like it needs to be a mod.
Apparently, the drowned and creepers just spawn everywhere in the sewers. That's like I think it's mostly drowned, but there are some creepers.
Yeah, and I think Dim recognized this as an ocean monument last time.
Yeah, looks kind of like it.
Yeah, I mean it's got the arches and the pyramid sort of set up.
Yeah, and the pillars.
Yeah. Oh, but there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's supposed to be 23. Very important number, as we all know.
Yeah.
Because as we all know in the Quran.
I forgot about that one. That was funny.
I love that reference so much. I ended up using it unironically in my fake Jeb book that I made.
Oh, oh yeah.
All right. Is there anywhere else I haven't been? No, I think I have.
Apparently they're overhauling the Ocean Temple right now.
Oh, very nice.
As well.
Yeah, well, if this is any indication, like the others are going to be absolutely awesome.
That one will have 26 pillars. I've just been informed.
What's the significance of the number 26?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, I haven't actually been here. So there's a little bit more. Got intersected by a spawner though. Oh, more torch. I need 64. Okay. I'm just going to give myself a bunch just so that the command updates. Cool. Oops. Okay, I definitely need to bundle some stuff up now. Every day, I pray to Mojang, asking them to make at least things with no durability stackable. Like, come on.
And every day, they don't answer.
Yeah. Literally not missing...
Left on red.
I need to get into my, like, angry gamer mindset. They're, like, not listening to the community. The game is dying.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Literally 1984, they're trying to censor me by not taking every suggestion that I say.
Yep. What is it? Oh, I hate Agnes Larson.
No one has ever said that ever. The only one you're allowed to hate is actually I'm not going to call out anyone in particular.
Okay.
Actually I could probably say Notch because he's gone.
Yeah. Okay. I've already done that.
Notch was probably the one that made all this stuff unstackable in the first place, to be honest. So really it's his fault. It's very satisfying to destroy the slime blocks. It's a bit annoying how
Mojan's just waiting for you to like get really close to the end of the video to drop the end update. That's what they're waiting for.
Don't get your hopes up. Alright. That is... I should probably bundle a few more things. Oh, I got one more bundle on me, so that'll help a bit. I think I could probably afford to explore the rest of this spot and then go back up to dump all my stuff. What's over here? Nothing. I hear a lot of mobs. Oh. Gotta go this way now, I think. Yeah, that's right.
I like how many ender pearls there are in here.
Yeah. And also...
it makes it less necessary to carry, like, so many extra before going over.
Yeah. Yeah, so as long as you know where the stronghold is, that's the main thing. I wish it did tell you how many items were left that you could put in it. They made it a little bit too beginner friendly.
Nope, you only get durability bar. This is Minecraft in 2027.
So true. No more numbers. Everything is bars. Coordinates have been
Everything is bars.
removed.
F3H does not work anymore.
F3 has been physically removed from the keyboard. Not even as a keybind. Like when you buy Minecraft, you have to take it out and like. Ooh, other side. Very nice. Society if discs were stackable. Look at it. Why? You can stack discs in real life. I mean, that's what people do.
Yeah.
Up,
I think
up,
that
up,
maybe
up.
maybe like an
Encounter event. Keep talking, by the way. I can talk and focus.
I think that maybe it would be good if like they had like a stack of 8. I feel like more than 8 records. I don't know if anyone would stack 64 records on top of each other, but 8 seems about right.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I don't see why it shouldn't be 64. That way you can fit all them in bundles. And also, like, I don't know. In general, I think stack size is just a really inconvenient way to nerf stuff. There are so many other ways to nerf things. Why does it have to be something that directly inconveniences the play, you know? Like Enderpearls already have their cooldown and their damage and their endermites. Why do they need a stack size as well? Is there anything else I can chuck in here?
Maybe the end update. Maybe they'll make him 64. Who knows?
Hopefully. Every night I pray, hoping that they will.
A message from Anthrax saying that a lot of people have like a hypocritical type of thing where they're saying that Mojang's making the game worse by bloating it, but also that they're not adding enough.
The thing with that... Oh, sorry, were you going to say something?
I don't know.
The thing with that is it's always so hard to tell like if these are the same people who just want to hate, or if like they're different parts of the community voicing their opinions at different times. Because you can call a single person hypocritical. You can't really call a a heterogeneous group. There's me dropping the random large vocabulary. I do that a lot when I'm talking. Like if I see a word and if I think of a word and it fits the definition, but like has a completely different tone to everything else I'm saying, I will just say it. So heterogeneous means a group with a bunch of different things in it, like people with different opinions.
Random 6 syllables.
Yes, it's my my uni education coming through. Right, where else haven't I been? I've been here. Yeah, there's something really reassuring about not quite handcrafted, but like intended gameplay. Like I know that sometimes it's a bit like annoying in games where like it feels like you're forcing you to do something, but the amount of detail and effort that's been put into this, it feels somewhat reassuring. Like it's the game being like, I made this for you. This is from me to you. You know, it's like a little present. Little present of creatures and drowns, and like, you know what? I was thinking exactly of you when I made this, and it
when
feels...
I gave every single one a trident.
yeah, it's I don't know how to describe it. It just feels it feels like love, you know, like love went into this. Like you lovingly thought about how to challenge me, or maybe not, you know. It's a sort of love to hate thing, you know. You thought long and hard about how you could best destroy me. Okay, well, I think we've explored that bit, so we've really only done this room and everything that branches out from it from last stream and this stream. What's over here?
Hey, oh, there's a big staircase.
New region unlocked. Oh, right. I forgot to unload. Okay, I'm going to do that now. No, I can't pick up this stuff. Does this go on for ages? I'm gonna chance going down here. It just seems like a bit of a winding passageway. Okay, not too bad.
Nova says that it's a shame that the trial chamber's generated into it.
Yeah, I was a bit disappointed with that as well. Were there like unique rooms that would have generated there?
Yeah, must have
Ah,
been.
yeah. I guess that's a bit of the problem with like too much intentional architecture is that if stuff gets cut off, then it gets cut off. Um,
Yeah.
I suppose what I could do is find another one, and take a look through that. But before I do that, I'm gonna find my way back this way. Yep. Because I do want to fully explore this, just as well as to get an idea of like the whole thing, but also to talk about it in the video. What? No. Oh, I wanted to swap them, but I ended up putting it in the bundle. That's so annoying. See, this is why it should have been right click.
Someone mentioned that was sorry, SM Pritchard says that that's the challenge of developing Minecraft that's like so far reaching is you can't design for everyone's taste or gameplay. Do you think that there's like do you think that there's a way to make an end update that I don't know. Do you think that this update could be good?
An end update.
Like an end update could reach very far and actually like appeal to a lot of people, or do you think that it's essentially like has to be oriented towards one type of player?
Um, I mean, a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on what it should be, but I feel like a lot of them just kind of have those opinions and don't necessarily know what they want. So some people might be like, we need this, we need that, but when it comes to it, if they consider the actual things there, I hate bundles. I didn't say that. I just dislike how they currently work. Then I think people can be satisfied. Like people have high expectations. They have an idea of what they want. I think the majority of the player base just wants to see more content there. Like if you look at most people's idea of an end update, they're just like, end doesn't have much. Want more thing in end. How about end villages and enderite and end trees and end ores and but like, you know, you can guide them a bit and say, hey, but what about this thing that you haven't thought of? And they're like, yo, this is really cool, you know?
Yeah.
I guess it's the same with caves and cliffs, even though, you know, that went through stuff due to COVID and whatnot. Like, at the end, they still kept all the different, well, not every single player, obviously, but they kept the broad kind of archetype of different players in mind.
Yeah.
And I personally think it was a successful update. I really enjoyed the stuff in it, and I feel like most of the problems that people have with it was, well, one, copper and amethyst not being that useful, and that's being added on with pretty much every update that we're getting. And the other stuff, well, people being like, oh, why wasn't there more? Which is also something that can be fixed in later updates.
Yeah.
But like overall, it was a solid update. And I think the same thing that can be done with an end update, because the end is a bit more of a blank canvas. People have their own ideas of what they would like to see in it. It's also got a fair few more problems that need to be solved, such as, you know, accessing it and all that stuff. It's also not as well like integrated with the rest of the game, which means that it's easier to kind of do things over again. It's a whole dimension, which makes it a bit more intimidating than updating the underground. I know a fair few people who want to see the end update done a particular way because they're like, you know, if Mojang just gives it the typical treatment, then it will be a missed opportunity, which I totally understand and agree with to a certain extent. So yeah, I think it is possible to do. A lot of people don't really know what they want. They think they do, but they don't. Especially, you know, if they're not super like experienced with what it takes to make a game. Anyway, the summary of that long spiel is that I think Mojang could do an end update well. Well, maybe if it was more than one update.
Okay.
Ooh, Enderman.
Yeah, that's what Nova just said. Said that updating the game would probably take 3 to 4 updates
Probably.
in like a parts kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm going to mention that.
End update part 1 through 4.
Probably going to dedicate a part of my video towards the end to explaining how I think it should be done logistically in those 3 phases. The first one being like addressing a problem with the end, like the accessibility problem. You know, about what 5% players have been to the end. And also the fact that you know, there's only one entrance. Well, there's only a finite amount of entrances, and there's only one exit. That sort of stuff. And then the next one, updating the dragon fight again, I think, and stuff around that. And then after that, starting to add a bunch of content. So that was what I had in mind for them. Obviously, they probably need to be a bit different in scope. I think in my script I had the thoughts that like one of them would be similar in scope to the Nether update, one would be similar in scope to 1.9, and then the third would just be however many updates they want to go after that.
So the 2 biggest updates that Minecraft has ever had.
Yeah, it's a whole new dimension that barely has any. Oh, hello. That barely has any content in it. They're gonna need to do it justice.
Yeah, that's fair. I do remember that for the fight that like, I mean, I did some research on this for a video that didn't make it anywhere, but like, but they basically just rushed out the dragon fight before the thing came out.
Oh, absolutely, and you can tell.
And it was just like, yeah. They just rushed it out because they
were on a deadline.
I was looking through all of the because they had to show it off on November 18th, 2011. I know that date at Minecon. They had to be done by then.
Haha, you can't get me.
There's this video about like the history of the Ender Dragon, and it's like they were talking about the fight, and then Jens says and then Jens says like, oh well, then the deadline came up, and then the video just ends, and I'm like, that's exactly what I wanted to know is about what happened to the deadline, and the video just ends.
Yeah, I mean, there was expanded a little bit more on in the Minecraft, the story of Marcus Notch person, and the game that changed everything. They go into it a teeny bit more about what happened surrounding there, but yeah, they're basically trying to get it out for Minecraft's birthday, I think.
It's just like there's nothing about this is the problem while I was researching it, is that there's no information about what happened there, because they were like they were just so quickly getting through it that like nobody was taking note of. I mean, it seems like nobody was taking any notes of what was happening because everything was just happening so quick, other than like Jens doing some random tweets about how they're going back into adding more features like literally days before the update comes out.
Yeah, they just kind of spitballing there, weren't they? Just adding whatever they felt like. Something else I was going to say.
So yeah, I think that it could go for like just rethinking the entire thing instead of trying to like. I don't remember when they added the like fireball stuff to it, but like I feel like that's just such a band-aid. Yeah, so it's like a band-aid fix.
And that was updating it to be more like, oh, you've got an axe. That was updating it to be more like the oh god.
Oh no.
Updating it to be more like the Xbox Legacy Console Edition. Yeah. Oh god, they're all coming out. Holy moly.
Uh-oh.
Oh god. Bringing out the rare zombie. A zombie with iron armor and a sword. Oh my god. Are those endermites spawning intended, by the way, Nova? Because I only see them when I start to leave a section.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry. Oh, carrot. Sorry, what were we talking about before? I got completely distracted by those.
The dragon fight.
Yeah, that's
That's what we
right.
were talking about.
Yeah, that was done for Legacy Console. I guess
Oh, yeah.
one thing that was they need to keep in mind also. I should probably heal up after I kill this guy. Oh, okay. All right. I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. I'm going in the water. Okay, I need to eat. There's a silverfish after me, I think. Sorry, as I was saying,
The dragon fight.
yes, the dragon fight. So one big problem with changing stuff in the end is like, how are they going to like retroactively change it? Like, will everyone in an old world that's already fought the End Dragon just have the old system? Will it like write over? What if people already built in the end and stuff? So I was thinking having like an in-game way of resetting the end. I remember Dinnerbone was talking about when he implemented the dragon respawning mechanic. He said, "I want a way for you to like face the new dragon fight without having to reset the end." And I thought, you know what, resetting the end would actually be quite cool because there's a lot of stuff. If you changed how the dragon fight worked again, and like properly made it so you could reset it. The way I was thinking of doing it is using an alternative end crystal recipe. So you use crying obsidian because that's kind of linked to respawning.
Yeah.
So if you had like, and I think obsidian's used in the beacon recipe as well, so it would work quite well. And then like if you use the kind of corrupted, I suppose, end crystals, yo, corrupted beacon reference. I love these toilets, by the way. If you use the corrupted end crystal to respawn the dragon, or maybe like put it on the top or something like that, the top of the exit well, then it like comes up with a thing asking if you want to reset the end, just so like players absolutely know. Oh, endermite. So that players absolutely know what they're getting into, and then after that, you know, you can reset the entire end.
Yeah.
That
And
was
then
what I
you
had
could
in
just
mind.
do the entire, like, would it reset the entire dimension or like
Yeah.
just like the, okay.
Because there isn't that much to reset. See, this is one of the big reasons why an end update needs to be done right the first time. Well, it's not the first time, but like if it's like given a decent swing, it needs to be because if they want to do something else and they need to change a bunch of stuff and then it needs you to reset the end again, then people are going to be a lot more established in the end. Currently, people aren't really established in the end because there isn't much to keep you in the end. There's reasons to go to the end. There's not many reasons to stay, which we can take advantage of because it means that we can afford to change a lot. But if we do an end update and it gets people staying at the end, but we want to add more stuff, and I say we as if the community is behind this, then you know it'll be a lot harder.
Yeah, so making the end livable, you need to do that in the first try.
Yeah. Because with Caves and Cliffs they could get away with it because they were adding, you know, the Deep Slate region, so they could put a bunch of new content in there. Although I guess they kind of fumbled that with putting the Deep Dark in its own update because then a lot of people would be generating Deep Slate stuff and then
No Deep Dark. Yeah.
yeah, no Deep Dark. So, but with the original plan, that would have worked out really well. And yeah, so my point is that they need to be very, very intentional about their end update.
SM Pritchard said that they've been kicking around an idea of having the end portal bring you directly to the central island and fight the dragon. Oh wait, no. Yeah.
Isn't that
Oh,
what that was originally?
instead
Yeah,
of bringing you to the main island, you would start in the outer islands, and I think that's what a lot of these mods do, right?
yeah. I think
Is that what this one
I
does?
think one of them specifically did it. I think it might have been the outer end or something that made you generate there. Well, spawn there.
Mhm.
Um, that's how the Echoing Void DLC does it. Well, it doesn't even have the Ender Dragon in it, but yeah, it doesn't spawn you right next to the boss. I do like that way of doing it. I do talk about that a little bit in my video script as well. Um, so yeah, I think it's an idea worth exploring, especially for people who don't want to fight something as soon as they enter a new dimension. And also, the
Yeah,
Ender Dragon needs more foreshadowing. Currently, you just go in there, it's like, hey, there's a giant dragon, and you can't escape until you kill it. So you kind of have to kill it. It's got no build up, and it's got no, like,
yeah.
relevance. Um,
It does
so,
have no relevance.
so if you were to go into the outer end and there was, like, a bunch of signs of, like, what the dragon was actually doing, like, maybe there was a bunch of, things trapped there, and they had, like, I don't know, maybe they worshipped the dragon or something like that. Or maybe they hated the dragon, Um, just some sort of lore surrounding the dragon, so the player actually
Yeah,
has, if not a reason to kill it, at least they kind of understand, um, like what the dragon's place in the story is. Because the
yeah. Instead of
end,
just like it's a, and so this is the classic where it's just like, oh, it's just a big dragon. You kill it because you are the hero or whatever.
yeah, exactly. I mean, that's literally what Notch was thinking. He's just like, oh yeah, I just want a big thing to kill. All right, dragon, good enough, done.
Yeah,
And Jeb actually roasts that in the the game design Bible. He's like, the dragon is one of the iconic creatures that Notch added to Minecraft, but we can do better and be more creative. I think this was like the hostile mobs have to have personality page or something. That was I found that quite amusing. Um,
okay.
I'm getting so lost. Well, no, I'm just aware that like there's a lot of things I got to keep track of here. Um, anyway, so something else related to this. Oh, very nice fence. Um, is oh crap. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, foreshadowing. Yeah, this is the one spot in the game where the player actually is part of the story. Like everything else, you come in after all the important stuff has
Yeah,
happened. You come in after the zombie apocalypse. You come in after the illagers and pillagers and the illagers and villagers have separated. Whereas the end is the one spot in the game where you actually have an effect, a tangible effect
yeah,
on the story. You kill a dragon. You open up the end to the rest of the Minecraft universe. That's a pretty significant thing to do. So it should feel special.
yeah. It should feel special, and I do agree that there is nothing. I don't know of anything in the game that hits towards the dragon at all.
No, I don't think
Really,
so.
like, like there's nothing. The dragon is just kind of there, and you just, I guess, kill him, and then whatever.
Pretty
So
much.
that I don't, and like, why do you kill him? So that he'll stop like harassing you, I guess. He'll stop annoying you, slightly inconveniencing you around the end island.
Yeah, it's like imagine if I like barged into your house and then you're like, "What are you doing in my house?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And you're like, "Well, I'm going to call the police." And you're like, "Oh God, now I got to escape." But they're like standing in front of the door because they want to get the police to get you. That's basically the Ender Dragon fight.
Okay.
Because you barged into their house and now you can't leave. And now you have to kill them in order to leave. It's like, man, I don't know what I'm doing here. I just want to go home.
I do remember that there was a script. I've been researching the Minecraft movie for no particular reason at all. Definitely not.
Hmm.
And I so, there was a script that was I mean there was like a a pitch for the story that was apparently where the Ender Dragon was like terrorizing the overworld,
Yeah, I
and that
remember
just made
seeing
me
that.
think of that.
But that was like the
And it was
most.
like, yeah,
It was like the most
well,
generic plot ever. Like a team of unlikely adventurers must save their beloved blocky world from the
uh,
Ender Dragon. It's just like
I
they
can't believe
def.
you remembered it word for word. That's like exactly what it is.
I have a good memory and I've seen it plenty of times, so that's probably why.
Yeah,
But yeah, we clowned on it a bunch because that's like the most generic plot ever. I'm glad they went with
it
the piglins.
is. Yeah. In my video, I compare it to the the video that I'm not making. The video that I'm definitely not making. I compare it to the like Minecraft story mode plot, which is like almost exactly the same, except replace Ender Dragon with Witherstorm, and then that's the plot.
Pretty much. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they're actually going to do in this movie. I feel like this is one of the movies where like you're gonna enjoy it like either ironically or not ironically. I'm going to see it with a bunch of my friends, and I'm looking forward to whatever it ends up being.
I'm getting more excited about it the more that I see about it, and I think that's good.
Yeah, I remember a lot of people like criticizing how overly detailed it was, but I think it kind of works. Just
I
because
think it
like
kind of works too.
just because if it was just like every other sort of Minecraft fan animation, then it would just not be special. But the fact that they had a big enough budget to like bring Jack Black and Jason Momoa and like it just feels like it's
Yeah,
either gonna be uh like a cult movie or an absolute like disaster. But either way, it's gonna be a good time.
yeah. Yeah, that's what I say. That's what I say in my video. It's like that I'm not making. Uh, that like it's better that it would be like this than be forgettable. Anyway,
Yeah,
that's all to say that the Ender Dragon should terrorize the overworld because that's kind of something different. At least I don't know.
yeah.
There's not even that kind of lore in the actual game, but they added it to the movie that was not made.
Mm.
I don't know. It would be cool if the Ender Dragon had some kind of tether on the overworld. Maybe there's some kind of reason why we're traveling across the dimensions, but there's nothing. There's nothing like that.
Yeah, I think at least if like there's a bit more environmental storytelling surrounding it, maybe, or if certain things in the overworld changed after defeating the Ender Dragon, maybe you see a lot more end creatures popping up. Um,
Like
and it
Terraria
show.
hard mode or something.
Yeah, except not like retro generation. Just
Yeah.
small little things. Um, yeah, because I have heard a lot of people float the idea of like physically changing the world, and I'm like, I don't really like that. I'm kind of warming up to it now, but I just don't like the idea that you like have to do something in order to change the world, especially for Minecraft. If it's like
Yeah.
irreversible stuff, but I think if just stuff started spawning normally, like maybe, well, we know according to Jeb that the Endermen are trying to take destroy the entire world. Woohoo! See, look,
Yeah.
those stack. Why can't the other things
Oh,
stack?
stack.
Okay,
I don't
I
know
can't.
why you're keeping all of this armor on you. I really don't.
I might need it someday.
Yeah?
Yeah, I might. You never know. No, I'm just being silly. Oh, I can bag the apple. Okay, I think that's all.
Quantum said that it would be cool if, like, whenever you kill the dragon, if the sky changed from like the like foggy, like staticky void to like a purple star, like starry night kind of thing.
Ah, yeah,
I think that would be really cool.
that's a classic. I love that suggestion. I have something kind of like it, and I need the spider eye. I need to pick up everything. Okay, don't judge
Yeah.
me.
Oh,
I had to do it. Anyway,
okay.
sorry, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, the sky. Yeah, I have something kind of like that in my end meteor suggestion because before the dragon's killed, you have the force field blocks that look like that have that sort of parallax effect similar to the Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Actually, I can't reach it from there. Hold on. have the parallax effect similar to the end portal and the end gateway.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Dropper.
Boom.
There we are. Okay, I think it was this way.
And it saved inventory space.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Genius. Um. Yeah, so I kind of have something like that, but for my little thing. I need to work more on end meteors.
Someone says an enchantment can. Someone said, "How about an enchantment?" Sorry, sorry. I keep saying someone, and I should mention who they are. Nether and Fender said, "How about an enchantment canceling effect for a new boss after the dragon in the end update?" Do you think that there should be another boss after the dragon, or do you think that the dragon should be the end boss?
Personally, I don't think we need another one. I mean, I think it would be cool to experiment with different designs. I've always liked the idea. Oh, hello.
Whoa.
I think I've always liked the idea of there being like a sort of non-traditional boss, like maybe something that you have to feed the right foods, otherwise it will eat you, or a block, sort of a block-based boss, which like needs to be mined, and then it's like spreading across the arena or something like that. Just something a little bit different. I don't think we need something that you need to fight, because Minecraft's combat mechanics, put it this way, they're not the strength of the game. They're not what the game. They're not what the game, like, why people play. They don't play to fight. Well, unless they're weirdos like 1.8 PvPers. I didn't say that. Anyway.
Yeah, weirdos on record as weirdos.
But yeah, so placing blocks and all that sort of stuff, that's the appeal of the game. That's what makes it different from pretty much every other game out there. So why would you just add another boss to hit with a sword when you could do something a bit more interesting? So yeah, more bosses, but they don't need to be traditional bosses in that sense. That's my take.
I do like the like various bosses in the Aether. I think that those are all really cool. Like it's like those, that one where you have to hit it with a pickaxe instead of a sword, and like I really like those concepts, or like the Valkyrie where you need like a long a long reach to be able to kill them. Stuff like that is like way different
Yeah,
than just hit it with a sword.
exactly. I mean, I think the pickaxe thing is a little bit like Band-Aidy, but it's a point of difference at the very least.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've had a couple of ideas for bosses before. Mostly, I think I wanted that kind of infection one to be like a fungal sort of thing in the Nether, where like you have these different spore blocks, and then the spore blocks become infected, and you have to mine the ones that become infected before the entire thing becomes infected. I didn't develop it very much, but I wanted something like that.
Yep.
I think it would be cool if like maybe some of the fossils in the Nether, in the Soulsand Valley, were like dragon fossils, to kind of allude to the fact that there like used to be a lot more dragons in the world, and maybe the Ender Dragon had something to do with it. Maybe it's like one of the dragons that got corrupted and killed all the other dragons.
It's like Zeus, or I guess Kronos.
Yeah. Or the Abrahamic god, when it encountered pretty much any other religion. We are not doing deism anymore, we are doing monotheism. Eats all your gods.
Oops, I just ate all of your gods. Sorry about that. I hope you weren't using those.
It happens, yeah. Sorry, I merely consolidated them into omnipotence. Anyway, I'm probably butchering the gospel, by the way. I don't actually know how it works.
Yeah.
I do know that a bunch of like that there used to be a lot more polytheistic religions before coming into contact with Christianity, or like Islam or Judaism. But apart from that, I don't really know. I have like the knowledge level of like a 14-year-old atheist, so like very surface level.
Nova said that their preferred idea for like end portal, they would like if end portals were craftable, and then they would TP you to either like 1-8 to the overworld, where one block in the overworld is 8 blocks in the end, or 1-1 coordinates, and they should, and like you could craft and break the portals and move them around. Do you think that that's a good idea?
I used to be a fan of that idea. I had a similar one where for the purposes of like getting to the end. I had it so that, well, first off, you'd need to craft ender pearls from prismarine crystals as well, to kind of add an ocean branch of progression as a requirement for going to the end, and also it would fit with
Okay.
the theme, because prismarine is very like loyalty based. So you've got the ender pearls for the end element, and then you've got the blaze powder for the like strength, and then you've got
Yeah.
the prismarine crystals to like make them loyal to the end, like lead you to the end.
Yeah.
So, and then the second part of that would be you'd use dark prismarine, end stone, and a bit of obsidian to craft obsidian portal frames and make them breakable and all that. So I did have that idea once upon a time, and I actually did code it in as well, and it worked. However, I remember talking to King B Dogs about it a while ago, and he reckoned that like the end portal being like finite and immovable and unbreakable is like part of the appeal. Like, even though all of that was because they were rushing it out and had to do the bare minimum, I think it does lend the end portal a certain amount of gravitas. Is it gravitas or is the S silent? Anyway, gravitas. When you're going into it, like, I think maybe if they made it like hard to mine, like reinforced deep slate and trial vaults or whatever the other things are.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
What the? Wool? Where? Is there anything in the wool?
let's find out. Doesn't look like it.
Nope.
Um,
It's just wool. Okay.
just, well,
Moving on.
maybe it's so that you can craft beds, but there are a fair amount of beds in here anyway, so kill the dragon with those. Anyway, it lends the end a certain amount of gravitas, and while I think that some of the jank associated with that could be sanded off, I think that making them immovable and unbreakable actually does give the ender point a difference. Because if you do make it so that one block in the overworld's 8 blocks in the end, I feel like it just makes the end kind of like too much of a counterpoint to the nether. What I would like to see is there to be no consistent mapping. Oh, library room.
Oh, they still have the silver libraries. I was wondering about that.
I don't want there to be a consistent mapping between the overworld and the end, or the nether and the end. My idea for end meteors had them like roughly correlated to location, but could be all over the place. So through one wormhole from one end meteor to its associated like void in the end, you could find a shortcut. So maybe if like one on the left side of the world ended up bringing you to one on the right side of the world, and then you find another one that goes somewhere else, and then the end kind of serves as a means of fast travel, but not like a super consistent one. Like, it would be consistent once you found a shortcut from one spot to another.
Yeah.
But you need to explore the different wormholes before finding something that's suitable. And I think that's how I'd like it to be done, for it to like respect the way that the end is a lot more of a kind of, it uses unbreakable blocks more as a game mechanic.
Yeah.
Maybe not intended, but it's still there, and I think that could have some interesting things done with it. And it's the same with the setting spawn on the end. I wouldn't just want to make the respawn anchor work, or like have a block that you can craft to set your spawn on the end. I'd like to see a similar sort of thing with like immovable blocks. In my end meteors idea, I had checkpoint blocks that teleport you to them if you touch any of the force field blocks. And I was thinking that maybe if you complete the thing, there's like a final checkpoint block which you can then use to set your spawn in the end. Maybe like upgrade it with netherite, because I find connecting netherite with something in the game, and also with the end, like the idea of having something you can only mine with the netherite, or stuff or blocks that you can't mine unless you have other tools. It just kind of sounds exciting to me. Like, Minecraft now has some form of block that is kind of unbreakable, and while that would be like not a good idea in the rest of the game, I feel like the end is the one spot that you can get away with it, and will also give the end not just a thematic point of difference, but a mechanical point of difference. And that just tickles something. Like something like adding on to progression. I know Minecraft shouldn't be like super big on progression, but if there was like an actual thing that you needed netherite tools for, and some way that netherite kind of connected to the end somehow, I don't know. It just sounds exciting.
Yeah, like I think that they should be connected. I don't know how they would do it though.
Yeah, I think, like, say you needed netherite to mine a new kind of ore in the end. I know it's low hanging fruit, but like
Hey,
just
is it
something like
Enderite?
that. Oh, I think no, no. An enderite by any other name, an ore by any other name,
Okay.
would not be as endery. Anyway, oh no, the thing that I did have it for is that you could mine the force field blocks with with netherite tools, so that you could, instead of, because normally they'd melt away after you kill the ender dragon, but if you wanted to skip the dragon, then what you do is you mine the enderite. No, no, you don't. You get netherite tools instead of like going to the stronghold and eyes of ender stuff. You go through a meteor to the end, and then you mine the force field, which is
Yeah.
slightly weird looking because they look like end gateways. But I feel like that sort of jank is like, I don't know. I think if implemented in an intended way, and like good, well balanced way, I think it could be quite charming.
Yeah.
So that was my thoughts surrounding that.
Apparently, there was supposed to be a section in this stronghold for that's just library rooms with zombie librarians, but the trial chamber generated over it.
Ah, that's a shame. Well, we'll see if we can find a new one then. Oh, here come the silverfish again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that they're they have infested on them so that you can't avoid the silverfish. That's evil.
Oh, that's why they start spawning. That makes sense. That's cool. I love that.
Yeah.
It's evil, but I love it.
Yeah.
I love it because it's evil. Finding a decent amount of trims in here too. Good stuff. What's up here?
Water. Okay.
Complicating a little bit the way that I'm going to explore this. Oh my god, I have spent another hour in here. I suppose I might be able to end up doing nullscape with the actual the actual dev behind it. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Oh well. This has totally been worth it. It's been great to explore. Right. Let's see what's up here. I think this is just a regular cave. Oh, a mine shaft.
Oh, mine
That's
shaft.
what it is.
Every single structure is generating around this thing.
I kind of like it. I mean, I'm sure it's cutting bits out, but it's also really cool to see.
We've seen so many like dungeons and and the trial chamber and the abandoned mine shaft. It's a lot. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I came
I
from
guess
there.
just because it's so big, the chances are that something's going to generate over it.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't generate over the end portal.
Nova says that this stronghold has like about 400 rooms.
Oh my god. I might need to dedicate another stream to this. Oh, hello. Oh, and there comes the silverfish.
There it is.
Oh, they're all coming for me. Maybe best not to do this in an enclosed space, but I think I should be fine.
Okay.
Very good use of infested. Okay, no silverfish that time.
I don't know if any of these staircases have ever had anything up them, but
I think one of them has.
okay.
But I guess it kind of makes sense because they're supposed to just be like exits. I mean, the spiral staircase is usually showing where the stronghold starts, where the Eye of Ender would usually lead. Oh my god. Is this connected to the bit before? Or is this a different room? I can't.
Oh, it's a bit
oh yeah,
before.
no, there's
There's
a
torch,
torch down there. Okay, that's good. How many more of these are there? Oh my god. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Ooh. There we are.
Nice.
Yeah, this is absolutely massive. Oh my god. yeah, I think I might need to leave it there because it's coming up to about an hour. Any other discussions in chat?
Nova said that there's 59 rooms per section, and there's 5 sections
Oh my god.
in total, and one is duplicated for caves to carve into.
Oh, I see. Lot of thought being put into this then. And I guess the navigation is made even more complex by the fact that there was a cave through here. Let's see if I can make sure that I've explored everything in here then, so I can kind of judge this section complete and not get myself caught up in unintentional loops and then exit the same way I entered. Oh, another one of
Oh,
these
this is a new room,
rooms.
I think.
Okay, that's just a cave, I think. Maybe I should get a mod that changes the stack size as well. I'm not sure if any of those exist though. I might have to code it up myself.
There are some that are kind of jank, but
Yeah.
well, I guess I don't know. I've seen some that are like trying to get like infinite stack sizes, and they just end up not really working quite very well.
Yeah. Well, the main thing that I need is just the, normally unstackable things like the... Okay, yeah, this is getting ridiculous. I'll go for a bit longer, maybe. Or I could just end it here, yeah, because we've been streaming for over an hour. And I'm starting to get, navigational fatigue. Oh, that was a good experience anyway. I feel like if they were in vanilla, they should probably be a little bit smaller. Just a little.
Yeah.
But it does really stretch my my navigational skills when it comes to strongholds, just like 1.18 did with my cave system. So yeah, still very enjoyable. Great work, Nova.
There's also a light version of the mod that's smaller.
Okay, well, I've only got the one with strongholds in it currently. I don't have the full dungeons and taverns datapack, so that might be what she's referring to. But yeah, thanks for joining me in chat. That was great to hear a bit more about that, Nova, and thanks for relaying that as well, Dim. But I think we will end it there. I'm actually quite exhausted. God, oh man. But I have had a big week, so that's probably why. Obligatory plug of Dim 4's content. There is definitely not a video about the Minecraft movie coming out at some point. Hey, Dim.
Nope, it's not happening.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Yeah, but
anyway, I have to go edit a video after this. I don't know what's gonna be happening there,
yeah.
But yeah.
I see Dim as my godchild. My spiritual successor.
Yeah. We have a race going on, but we have a race to 100K, and I don't know who's gonna win that race.
Nice.
It depends on if you post the I went to every end mod video, then you'll reach 100K easy.
True, that one is a bit of a clickbaity thumbnail, or an appealing not thumbnail, title.
Yeah.
Surely this end video alone will get me 40k subs. Surely.
Yeah. Surely.
Alrighty. But yeah, thanks for coming on again. And if you haven't, check out Dim4's channel. They make really good videos.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. And if anyone wants to continue the conversation, you're also free to join the Discord. That should be linked in the description, or on my channel somewhere if you can't find it there. But yeah, thank you for coming. I will probably see you all next week for probably the finale of Dungeons and Taverns Strongholds. All right.
Okay.
See you all next week then. Bye.